If you can't wrap your head around which layer goes first on the plate, whether it's the background or the foreground, this comparison will make everything click. We are going to be using these three colors: red for the background, yellow for the middle layer, and white for the foreground. This is going to be a side-by-side comparison so you can see how the two methods work. That is single pull and layer by layer. We will make the exact same print and you will be able to see just how different the two methods are. All will be clear once you watch the whole video. On the right side is our gel press plate where we're going to pull the print layer by layer. The first layer is the background and it goes directly on the paper. In this case, that is going to be red. Lay your paper on the wet paint. If the paint was dry, it would not transfer to the paper. On the left side, we have the gel elf plate and we are going to use this for the single pull method. This means all layers are going to be placed on the plate before we lift. We have to work backwards for this one. This is why we are starting with our foreground color, that is white, with the stencil. We want to use the positive print, that is the open areas, so the only way is to put the stencil first and then place a layer of white on top. I am rearing over it again to take off some of the extra paint. Even though it is an opaque color, doing so makes it somewhat semi-opaque and have the layers underneath show through a bit. Let's take off our stencil once we're done. Thin layers of paint dry pretty fast, but I'm not worried about that as I want that to happen. Our top layer of a single pull is on our plate and here it must stay. The background layer should be dry for our other method where we pull one layer at a time. So let's lift our first layer. Managed to miss a spot there for some reason, but let's ignore that for now. Both sides are ready for the second layer. I'm putting down the stencil and adding a yellow paint for the middle layer. I am once again only interested in the positive print, which is why the paint is going on top of the stencil. I have another video comparing the two methods where we do it the other way around and use the ghost from the stencil. That leads to a slight difference between the two prints. I'm linking to that video in the description if you want to watch a different take after this one. I need to be a bit careful. I almost took off the stencil. I am aiming at a thin layer once again. The advantage of a single pull print is that you can do the thinnest layer and let it dry, at least until you reach your background layer. Next step is to remove the stencil and you can see that we have our foreground and middle layer on the plate. Just one more to go for this side. For our other side, I'm going to show you a different way of adding the yellow pattern. This is only possible as we're pulling the colors one by one. We could have done what we did for the left side, or we can go ahead and spread the paint first before we add the stencil to it. We are going to use our red background to pick up the yellow paint from the open areas of the stencil. Let's lay it face down and make sure to press in the open areas firmly. We want all the paint lifted, so we want to go over the whole plate. I continue this for another 20 to 30 seconds off camera. Time to pull up the print. Ooh, I can already see the result. So lovely and bright. Definitely a pop of colors. To recap, we added the red background on the paper first, and then we added the second yellow layer on top of that. Our left side is now waiting for its last pickup layer, also known as the background. Let me place a paper with a red background under the plate and turn it around to give you an idea of how it looks. Can you see why the white layer had to go first? Because when you place the plate on the paper, that becomes the top layer. In the meanwhile, our right side plate has a ghost print that we need to take care of. Good thing we have an extra red background to pick it with. You can call this your accidental print. Let's go ahead and add our last layer to our print on the right side. This is going to be white. See how it was the first layer to be put on the plate when we were going for a one pull print? But now that we're working layer by layer, white is the last one to be added on top. I'm aiming for a thinner layer, but that can lead to the issue of the paint drying up. Since I'm going to pick this layer while it is wet, that will not be a good thing. We need to place our print while this layer is wet because dry paint does not transfer to paper. Just imagine trying to pick up dry glue. You can't, right? While we're waiting for this to dry, we will add our last layer to the print on the left side by side. This time, I'm going to roll a normal amount of paint, not too thin and not too much either. Too thin dries up and too much paint will take forever to dry and also create all sorts of other problems. Although we waited for all the other layers to dry, for this the paper has to be put on wet paint. Once the paint dries, it will bond to both the paper and the two dry layers underneath. This is how you will be able to pick everything, and hence why it is called a single pull technique. We are now waiting for both of them to dry. The gel press plate is a bit yellowed out, which is why it looks like the colors are off. Feel free to ignore that bit. Ooh, big moment. Time to lift our prints. Let's start with a single pull. See how we are pulling the entire print in one go? It is a pretty cool technique. If you want to see more single pull prints being made, and that too on a round plate, watch my video, Think Backwards for Better Art, the single pull gel plate technique. You can also find the link in the description. And here it is, a very cool print. Take a closer look. You can see the layers underneath through the white because we placed a thin layer. Now for the second reveal, our layer by layer print. Yeah, we're leaving a bit of the white paint, parts of it drying as we try to go with a thinner layer. Pretty similar result, I would say. The white is a bit more opaque in the right one, which is to be expected. How much of a difference do you feel there is, and which method and result do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. Oh, and I have one more quick experiment to show you why I'm always suggesting to let the paint dry between layers for the single pull method. I'm going to redo the whole print, but this time I'm skipping the waiting game. Let's see what happens when we just keep moving without letting those layers set. The plan was to add yellow immediately, but it took me a bit of time to find the stencil which I had thrown God knows where. In the meantime, my white is half dry, but not fully so. Had it been completely wet, the yellow and white would have mixed to make a light yellow color, but this will give you a more interesting result without mixing all the colors. Because the paint was a certain consistency, the stencil has picked up some of the white paint, and while the other two colors have not mixed completely, you will see that they're not as dark as they were in our early example. We will be able to see better once we add the red paint. I almost forgot to do the third layer in time. Habitually, I was waiting for the layers to dry. So once again, we are in that in-between stage. Let's pull the print and see what difference this made. Whoa, you can already see that the colors have merged with each other a lot. The pattern is not as distinct, but now that you know the rules, you know you can break them if this is the kind of result you're looking for. You can see how stark the contrast is once we place all three prints together. So which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. One very important aspect to mastering gel plate layering is how to use colors so you don't end up making mud. I have made a playlist for you if you're interested in videos that help you with that aspect. You can see it on the screen. Do click and have fun binge watching. Hope you enjoyed the process. If so, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. See you in the next one.